Hello?
Yeah, hey kid, it's Santa. Listen, I'm not gonna be able to deliver presents again this year.
Oh boy, why not? Get a paper cut or did one of your reindeer look at you funny?
No, this year it's actually, serious.
What is it this time?
Uh, Trust me, it's serious.
There were some movies, terrible movies, movies so awful no one would touch. Then came a Matthew, sad little Matthew. Matthew decided these movies to watch. For every good movie, there's at least 10 bad. Matthew gonna drag himself through the crap to find the worst ones there are to be had.
Today's episode, I believe in Santa Claus. Happy goddamn Life Day. It's that beautiful time of year where I have to find a single Christmas movie worth talking about. You guys have no idea, I am not big on Christmas episodes. Not that I hate Christmas, I love Christmas. And while there are no shortage of hilariously awful Christmas movies, almost all of them have already been discussed at length by people better than I. So we're stuck with a bunch of boring as all hell Christmas movies. A cookie cutter Christmas, anyone? Yeah, there's an on-the-nose title for you. I almost didn't do a Christmas episode this year, but I had some time, so what the hey. I Believe in Santa Claus is an incredibly generic title for a wild movie. That's another problem. I Believe in Santa Claus, Christmas is Here Again, Santa Claus. How am I supposed to remember which movie is which? Is this the one where Santa fights the devil, or the one where his sack is made of Jesus' clothes? To be fair, the original title was Ziron Conte le Père Noël, or I Met Father Christmas, which is still generic, but it makes more sense in the context of the movie. And if the title weren't forgettable enough, the version on Amazon Prime, despite being listed under I Believe in Santa Claus, is called Here Comes Santa Claus. And everyone involved is an obscure French actor I've never heard of. But at least the director's a Christian. So at least it won't be as sacrilegious as Christmas is Here Again. And I believe it's time we take a look. We start with some bratty kids breaking the window of the worst Paul Bartel character. And they blame Simon, the quiet kid, so as punishment he gets locked in the broom closet. Is this a common punishment in France? Or is this movie just stupid? Oh, and he's an orphan. God damn it, again? This kid's not as annoying as Sophia, but only because he has no distinguishable personality. On the other hand, the songs are infinitely more interesting than the ones in Christmas is Here Again. Almost good, now we're working like a mule. Christmas Day's on its way. Plus, it's like a minute long. Yeah, Oh, it's over. Okay. Of course, all Simon wants for Christmas is his parents back. But they might still be alive, as it turns out they were taken hostage by African rebels. African rebels! Isn't that just what you wanted in your Christmas movie to start with? Secondarily, while rebellions still happen in Africa, even against non-colonial leaders, we can't ignore the very strong possibility that Simon's parents were there to exploit their natural resources and cheap labor. In which case, I say fuck the colonial bastards. The next day, the school goes on a field trip to the airport. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's not a French thing, that's just stupid. But we gotta progress this plot somehow.
If I go to see Santa Claus, and if I'm real polite, I bet he can get my mama and papa back. Yes, but the plane won't take you. If I want it to, it will.
Yeah, welcome to the real world, kid. You can't just wish things into existence.
Here are the two children we've been waiting for. I looked all over for you. There you are. Hurry, the plane's about to leave.
Boy, I sure do wish a bunch of scantily clad models would come give me $10 million. So in some reverse Home Alone shit, Simon and his friend Ellie end up on a plane to Rovaniemi, which is apparently where Santa lives, which is the northernmost point of continental Europe, so fair enough. We never see what happens to the kids who were supposed to be on this flight. Or maybe Santa intended for them to come to the North Pole or something. Like they were supposed to be on this flight? It seems kinda irresponsible on the part of the adults involved. But not nearly as irresponsible as this.
Right, is everyone here?
Yeah!
Terrific! Let's take off.
What? You're not even gonna check? You're just gonna take these dumb kids at their word? I mean, I guess they're on a plane by now. There's not really anything she can do, but you could at least try. Come to think of it, I was supposed to be watching a kid. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that kid was like 24 anyway. Like, they're allowed to leave the airport and just wander into the forest unsupervised. The 80s was a different time, man. So Simon figures they just have to find the middle of the forest, and that's where Santa will be. Because he read the script. That's the only explanation for how he knows the things he does. And lucky for them, Santa was just wandering around the forest for them to find. And these kids just trust that this guy is Santa and go along with him.
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. Wolves are no different from other animals. If you believe they're nice, they're nice. If you believe they're mean, they'll be mean.
That's not a wolf. That's clearly a dog. And that's not how animals work. But I guess Santa shared Simon's powers of plot contrivance. I swear this movie has funny stuff in it. Just give it a minute. The kids fall asleep in a stranger's house, so Santa cooks them breakfast. And he lets his cats sit around on the counter while he's cooking. He even trusts them to wake kids up.
Breakfast is all ready. You go wake them up.
They clearly just threw a cat at them.
It must have taken courage to embark on this long trek.
Courage, irresponsible adults, and dumb luck. And man, Santa's getting into the digital age early. This film was from 84. I know it looks shitty enough to be from the 50s, but it's 84, which puts him ahead of the curve. I guess when you can magically build anything, it's easier, though.
To think that there are kids that don't believe in you.
Yeah, how come poor kids who don't get presents don't believe in you? They go to the workshop to meet the Christmas fairy. She's called the Good Fairy, and I think she's the one who does Santa's spying.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
Never mind, you're forgiven. And so are you. There.
You must never go there. It's forbidden. That's the kingdom of the ogre.
That forest over there. Also, this is such an odd and forced aside. Like, yeah, why would they go into the forest? This is foreshadowing and nothing else.
Dear Santa Claus, this year don't bring me any toys. I've never heard that before. It's amazing.
Really, no kid has ever asked for his parents before.
Now, you be careful. Don't push your luck. Fasten your seatbelt, Santa. Time for the countdown.
Oh, what the fuck? This movie spends so much time meandering, but then just jumps from scene to scene with no hesitation or transition. So the good fairy teleports them to Africa, but not straight to Simon's parents. They still have to find them. Some fucking magic. But as is tradition, Santa is a self-centered jerk.
Not so fast.
Hurry!
Slow down. It's too hot to run. And these aren't my running shoes.
And of course, the second the kids are unsupervised, they go into the ogre's forest they were deliberately told to stay out of. Santa decides to go swimming in his heavy fur coat, and wouldn't you know, there's an alligator. Nothing comes of this. Then they get distracted with some monkeys. They literally forgot about Simon and his parents.
Santa Claus, we forgot Simon. If we want to find his parents, we better get going. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
And then they come across African salt miners, basically confirming my suspicions that Simon's parents are colonial slavers. We finally see that they're still alive, even though earlier they were supposed to have been executed a month earlier.
We have a little child, a family. Did you ever think of that?
And me. I have 5 children and 3 wives.
This is a kids movie, a Christmas kids movie. Kids don't want a subplot about African warlords in their Christmas movie. Meanwhile, the ogre is forcing the kids to clean his house.
Do you call clean?
Do you call clean? Think a word or two is missing in there.
I'm glad you're here, at least. You're a good boy. I like you.
That makes me uncomfortable. And then Santa and the fairy get shot. The end. Nah, they just throw them in the same prison as Simon's parents. So, teleport out. That's a power the fairy has.
He could be the real Santa.
Come on now. The real Santa travels just one night a year.
I find it really funny that this African warlord still believes in Santa. Like, I guess he does exist in this universe, but like, so many Christmas movies just go, oh no, Santa doesn't exist, even when he clearly does. The kids are concerned the ogre is gonna eat a dog sandwich, but there's no way that's happening. I liked this bit better when it was on Alf.
If we put Santa in prison, then you know what that means. There won't be any presents. That's true. He can't be in 2 places at once, and so he can't come down the chimney.
You kids don't have chimneys. Also, historically, Santa doesn't deliver you presents, but we're gonna ignore that in the context of the film. Oh fuck, they shot Santa. So some African kids help Santa, the fairy, and Simon's parents escape. But, they make Simon's parents go for help from the Red Cross while Santa and the fairy just teleport. Dick move. But upon realizing the children have run off, the fairy goes to rescue them, but not before changing costumes and singing a song.
Can you hear me? It's an SOS.
Children are in danger! Don't sing! Oh, I guess she changed her mind.
What are you waiting for? Use your fairy magic. Save us.
But here in the ogre's kingdom, fairy magic doesn't work.
Then why did you come here by yourself? I know the angry reviewer is such a trope, but my god, these characters' decisions are so infuriating. Look, the kid stops him on his own. Why is the fairy even in this movie? She does nothing. Oh, and the kids just have to ride around with Santa till he gets to their houses. She can't even send them home.
No matter what, I'm always with you, even when you don't see me. I watch over you.
So the fairies... Jesus. And when they do, no one seems concerned that they've been missing for 2 or 3 days. Also, is their teacher the same actor as the fairy? How did I just realize that? And surprise! Simon gets his parents for Christmas. Saw that one coming already.
If you wish for something very hard, your wish will always come true.
That's a terrible lesson to teach kids. How is this movie where Santa gets captured by African rebels so boring? On paper, this movie sounds hilarious. Listen to this description. Santa Claus goes on a covert mission to rescue the hostages with the aid of a fairy princess and a couple of automatic weapon-toting child soldiers. Kris Kringle nearly gets devoured by an alligator. Simon, our hero, nearly gets devoured by the ogre in this great Christmas classic. In reality, the crocodile scene lasts less than a minute, the child soldiers barely do anything, and they definitely don't tote guns. And this is absolutely not a great Christmas classic. I talked about this movie so you didn't have to watch it. It's hilarious to know this movie exists and hear it described, but it is a pain to actually sit through. It's ugly and boring and stupid. The only thing it has going for it is the bizarre elements I've already described, so if I were you, I wouldn't even bother. Now you could say, watch my Christmas video from last year, but if you want something to put on for kids, I don't know what to tell you. Speaking of kids, I'd better go check on her. Hey kid, thanks for saving me from that thing off screen. But you didn't happen to bring your car with you or anything?
Don't have one on me. I stowed away on a plane.
No. My legs are tired.
Your legs are tired? I got shot!
Oh man, screw that. I'm gonna just call my fairy friend. She can teleport people.
Why didn't you call her earlier?
Fairy, could you, take me home? I don't know where I am. You got it? Alright, great, cool. See you around, kid.
What am I supposed to do?
Hey, kid. Come on, kid, let's go home.
But Santa, he's...
Kid, Santa doesn't exist. You're like 24, you should know this by now. Are you bleeding?
He could be the real Santa.
Come on now. The real Santa travels just one night a year, the night of the 24th to the 25th of December. Guard, what date is it today?
It's the 23rd of December, General.
There.
Kid, you look different. Did you get a haircut?
I mean, I'm a different gender now.
So you did get a haircut.